back again. Here's the little setup I built. I started off with some cinder blocks and some planks and some buckets, and well, the wife just wasn't working for her, so we came to an agreement that I'd change it and do it differently. So this is what I ended up with here. I built a little trough out of cedar, and I've filled it with small river stone, and I'm going to be putting in plants and grow them hydroponically. I lined it with plastic, and then I thought to protect the plastic from the abrasion of the rocks, I put in some landscaping cloth just to give it that little layer of protection. Over here, you can see I put in some tomatoes. I just did that this morning, then it started to rain, and the big rocks you see kind of sitting on top there, those bigger rocks, those represent where the basic root ball is, and I've just heaped the gravel on top of it like that. As you come down here, I don't know if you can see it, but it's kind of moundy over on that side. This represents the water table. That's where the water is, and so I want to lay the plants right on top of that so that their roots aren't soaking in the water. They're just sort of sitting on it, and if they want to go into the water, they will, and if they don't, they can go up. And then I'm going to fill this with more gravel and more plants. I just haven't had time, and it was raining. I went in the house and started working on some videos, so that's why I thought I'd do an updated one. My memory card was full, but I've solved that problem. Initially, I started off for the drainage. I'll show you over here, and I had initially, where is it? There we are. This pipe had another pipe that went all the way down the full length of the pipe, and here's one of the pieces of that pipe, and I had drilled strategic little holes in them for water to come in and it would come out this pipe. Well, it didn't work, so I had to block off this area with just a little wood blocker. I just drilled some simple little holes for drainage, and now it drains much better. And as you can see, that's the reservoir height there. Doesn't look that high, but I think it's about an inch or so. But that's what I've been working on, and I hope to do the tomatoes single stem and run a connecting overhead line over here so I can run the strings down here. Then I'm also gonna, in between the tomatoes, I'm gonna maybe poke in some peppers. And I think I just put my finger over the microphone. Oh well, live and learn. But that's the plan. I have a wedding to go to this afternoon, so that's gonna interfere with what I got time to do. And but if it stops raining, I'll come back out here. If it rains, I'm gonna do some video processing and see if I can string together the video stuff that I've put together over the last few months into a cohesive video that people won't mind walking. I'm just gonna walk around here. Oh, here's my trying to sprout some potatoes right there. Those ones from the store, they don't want to sprout. I had some other ones and they sprouted. Nice little pot. Okay. This stuff is for the compost pile. Let's see. Here's the world's most unimpressive water feature. And here we are back in the backyard. I think that's about it. One last little pan as we go around here. Okay, YouTube, we're back here. Here's my little hydroponic setup. This is what eventually happened over here. I got this big box. It's got a 27 gallons, 102 liters. I got it about 2/3 full of hydroponic nutrient. And I got a pump, pumps it out, drains back in here. I did get a leak, so I've got a little trough and I'm collecting it here in a bucket. The leak seems to be leaking faster. It was about maybe a gallon a day. Now it's up to probably about 2 gallons a day, maybe even a bit more. So I'm going to rig a little pipe to drain it right back into the bucket instead of that little pot. The little pot's good now for collecting it because I can pour it on some of the smaller plants and just to make sure that they're getting adequately watered till the root system develops a bit more. But as you come down here, I've got some peppers. And as you can see right here, here's a tomato. If I get in here, you can actually see there's a little tomato right there. And there's actually 2 of them right here. Well, what do you know? The second one at the very back there. There we go. Got the flowers. Some of the leaves on this don't look so good, but as the new growth gets established, they've only been in this setup for under a week now, probably about 5 or 6 days. So I want the roots to get established. Then I'm going to start trimming off these scrunchier looking leaves. But the top growth looks pretty good over here. Got lots of flowers. Nothing's died. We haven't had a lot of sun. Okay. I had to pull up one of these peppers because it did die. I stuffed another one in there. And I also, where is it? I stuffed where did it go? Let's see, there's a pepper, tomato, let's see, over here. This is an eggplant right here, and I had it, it was kicking around, and it wasn't looking too good, but it was alive, and I thought I'll give it a chance, so I stuck it in here. I stuck a watermelon in here, just for the fun of it. Where did I, there it is. There it is, there's my little watermelon right there, eh? The one I put in the mud, it just died. But this one's, this was the best looking one of the seedlings I planted, so I thought I'll see what happens in the hydroponics. There we go. Oh, mosquitoes are out already. Good. This trough, I put a 6mm poly lining in it, and over top of that I put some landscaping cloth to kind of keep the rocks away from the plastic, but I still developed a leak somehow. So inside here, here's the drainage system in here, and it's very, very simple. Wood with some holes in it. The water just passes through. I figure if I get any root growing in here, I can just open it up, clean it out, and it goes through there. I got a grommet seal and some silicone on the other side of the plastic, and it's still leaking. I'm not sure where, but it's too late in the season to do much about it. I'll just have to live with it. But anyways, put that cap back on over here. Let's see. I'm using a similar fertilizer to that Miracle Grow, not the Miracle Grow, the Master Blend that you might have seen on other YouTube videos, but I couldn't get that, so I got the closest thing I could, and hopefully with that calcium and the magnesium additions, that it works just as good. I was using it inside in the winter time in my hydroponic garden, and it worked pretty good. Over here, here's my buckets right here, and I'm going to try to do the bucket potatoes. These ones are just about ready to be recovered with some more earth. These ones a little bit slower, but oh, and that tomato washed out with the watering. You can see it sticking out. It needs a little more earth on it over there in the corner. But right here, very simple setup. Just some stucco wire baskets with a landscaping cloth bag, and just roll it up, mound the earth on it, and keep going until you get to the top, and then let her rip. Yeah, hopefully won't get too many potato bugs. This little garden I got here, I had a rampant weed problem, so I rounded it up. Hate to use the stuff, but I wanted to get rid of this weed right here. I think I've got it too. This fell right here. It gets into everything. I'll just come over here and take a peek at it. It's in, oh, there goes a rabbit. Oh, where's he going? There he goes. Welcome to the salad bar. Here's this rampant little weed mixed in amongst my irises in the grass here. It's got a pretty little purple flower on it, but it's just, you don't want it. I'm not sure what it is. I thought it was purple loosestrife, but it ain't. Here's just a little perennial garden that all this stuff just came up on its own. Normally we plant flowers in here, but since I got into vegetable gardening, haven't had the time. Take a look at it right there. And let's take a peek here. We'll just take a little pan. It's a nice enough day. There we go. There we go. And I'd say that's about it. So, see you later, YouTube. Good evening, YouTube. Thought I'd take a little video. Got about an hour of daylight left. My hydroponic system. No real major changes to the water source here. I got my leaking trough being eaten alive by mosquitoes out here. My leaky trough system. This seems to work okay. Just catch the drips, direct them to where they need to go, and in they go back right into the bucket. It seems to be working out okay. Right now, as you can see, I've being eaten by another mosquito. Yeah. I installed a length of chain, and I modified the chain with some big loops versus the little loops because it's what I had, and I found it easier to tie the strings up to these bigger chain links here. Okay, and I just ran it along the length of the board here, in here, and I've tied up the tomatoes. It kind of looks neat. Kind of look along here like this. Pan out a little bit here, and I didn't tie off these two little tomatoes here. I don't know why I stuck them in there. They're kind of puny. I think my theory was don't get all the tomatoes all at once, but I'm beginning to think I should have stuck in some of my bigger tomatoes. Yeah, let's see. As we come up on here, as you can see, I've got a little cluster of 5 tomatoes there. They're not very big here. I put my thumb in there, as you can see. Right there. Got some little tomatoes in this little group. They're even smaller. Lots of flowers. On here. Got them all over the place here. Peppers aren't doing much. Oh, another mosquito biting me. And here's this little cluster of aromas in here. I got them. They're coming along. They're a little bit bigger, but they're far from ready. Anyways, just thought I'd come out here and show this in its final form. Looks like the stuff is going to live here. Here's this eggplant, and it was in pretty bad shape, so if it doesn't make it, I can't blame the hydroponics, but it was in pretty bad shape, and so were the watermelon. Weren't doing very good. And lo and behold, he is surviving, not doing much, but he's only been in for under a week. Anyways, I'm going to go to the other garden now, so I'll turn this off. I'll be right back.